Hey guys, Dominic here, and today I'm back with another video, and this one's gonna be a little bit out of the blue. Story time. So, this came to my mind literally just like a couple hours ago, 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago. How good was that? Just wanting to know. I'm not gonna be mentioning like names in this video. I'm not gonna be mentioning stuff like that. So in case like people are going after me and they want to know like what's up, then they're going to have to trace my pin, all that, because I'm not gonna mention anything to anyone. Because I'm not trying to get myself in trouble here. I'm not trying to bring companies down in this video. So, this came to me a little while ago when I found this kids on Roblox that I knew from my school that I left from. I'm just gonna call it either my old school or the school that I left from. Yeah, let's call it retarded elementary school. How about that, maybe? Let's just call it retarded school, okay? Let's go with that name. I said a cuss word, so then people who happen to know what I'm talking about, they'll just click off of this video because everyone is, like, so against cussing that's unhealthy there. So, yeah, if you happen to stay on, if you happen to know what I'm talking about, please don't snitch on me or anything in case I am doing something that's getting myself in trouble or something like that. But let's get straight to this story time, pretty much. So, this brings me back all the way to 4th grade, and like I was having such a bad time at this school that I'm currently at now. Like, I went back there. I'm not gonna mention any names because I don't want like people to know my location or anything like that. So I'm just gonna mention random things. My school that I'm currently going to, I'm gonna call it non-retard school. The private school that I was going to, I'll just call it private school, man. Retard school and non-retard school. So non-retard school is the school I'm at now. The retard school is the school I was at before. So let's get started. So I wanted to live because everyone. I was retarded back then. I don't recommend you watch my old videos. If you do watch them, you'll recognize that there's, well, I don't recommend you watch them. In fact, I'd rather private them than anything else, but at the same time, I want to keep them up on the internet. Alright, so, I, I'm not gonna, like, try and mention, like, bad things, because I don't want to, if the people who I'm talking about are watching this, I don't want to, like, get them all mad in any way. I don't want to offend them in any way, so I'm not gonna, like, go too much into, like, detail. And, so I start off there. I was all good for the first quarter, for the last quarter of the year of 4th grade. It was good, but then, like, it is, like, very calm. There's only, like, 15 kids. It's a really small school. I didn't have much friends there for the first year, but I was interacting with my friends from the non-retard school. And and I was fine there. I wasn't totally, like, fine when I came to friends, but I was fine there. And then I, and then I thought it was good. I stayed there until 5th grade, and then once 5th grade started, I was thinking it was gonna be an easy or something that was gonna be, like, nice. The teachers weren't gonna be strict. There were gonna be only, like, just a little male kids, not too many, like, very little kids, not too many, like, older kids that are, like, potentially bullies. I didn't have to worry about that. at all. When I was in 5th grade, I was still a little kid then. And I was, and then by the time 5th grade started, there were so many new teachers. There were a whopping 36 kids. How much is that? Okay, fine. That's not too many kids, but like I didn't get any new kids in my class. I didn't get any new kids. I there there's this one other class with like a whole bunch of with kids that were a little bit younger than me, and then this school loaded up on kindergartners, which was really annoying. On Tuesdays, I have to, and Thursdays, I believe me, I play at recess with the kindergartners, and that's the same as 6th grade too. My mom forced me to go there in 6th grade, but that's for a little while longer. Thought I saw something in the trash can, but there's nothing in there. Yeah. Well, I I was there. I start off with a pretty good start. The first couple weeks were that's pretty good. We're pretty good. Pretty much I didn't have any issues there, and then I got to know the teachers a little bit more. They're just a lot of them were annoying. The kids, there are a few kids that I'm sure they're fine with me mentioning their name, but after it happened to, I feel like that I should just be on the safe side and not mention their name. But I started to become friends with them. My friend Albert, which that is his real name, he's flying in tomorrow from Miami, which is awesome. He used to live where I live. I so pretty much Albert was there too because I talked him into going. He's also having a lot of troubles at non-retard school, and then his talking a lot about like okay fine I was not fully talking about but like I there's this one teacher, let's say Mr. Pussycat was my Spanish teacher. He's a complete asshole. Listen, everyone there at first they said that I hit him, but by the time 6th grade rolled around, they all said that they loved him and that I was a bad student. And now when I actually look back, I was actually a really bad student. I posted this one video about him that I took down because I was so pissed about him doing something on my laptop. Which he did. He wasn't careful. I hate him. And then there's this one teacher named Mrs. Pussycat, I'd say. The reason why I want to say Mr. and Mrs. Pussycat is because even though Mr. Pussycat said that he had a wife, I saw Mrs. and Mr. Pussycat flirting a lot, and I'm gonna say this, I fucking hated Mrs. Pussycat because she was always strict at P. I was so low, I was so retarded at the time. Like, yeah, listen, so she always was rude, and she came up with this one rule. She was like, oh, this is a small school, so if anyone wants to hang out with you, you're forced to. She just made up that rule. I heard them talking a few times about just making up new rules. They're like, yeah, maybe we should have the kids eat snack for 5 minutes and then they're forced to go out to recess. And she was like, oh, I snitched on them and I talked to the principal. Let's call her principal for now. Principal said that she recognized that they're always breaking the rules. Another thing is that I always broke the rules, and like I wanted to live and go back to non-retard school for since I'd say the first semester ended, I wanted to live. Like, I was having such a bad time. It got too excited, and I was still been a dumb kid. I said the word poop, like the waste that comes out of your asshole, poop that, and I was constantly getting sent to the principal's office. A lot of my friends, my my friend Albert got suspended for one day. Why? He beat up two kids on that's expected, but I didn't like actually like it. It is something that at non-retard school you'd probably get sent to the office for. You might get suspended, but I'm not sure. But we all hate that. We all hate the teacher we didn't have a good fifth grade. And like I was considering I was going to a different private school, but not like back to non-retard school. But then by the time the last couple of weeks of school rolled around, Albert was like, "Yeah, are those guys actually friends?" And like I didn't think that all of them were friends. And then he was like, "Yeah, you should go back to non-retard school. You should go back." And like at first I didn't agree with him at all, but then we had to talk about it. I did a lot of thinking throughout all this summer, and I did thinking like fifth grade was a bad year, except for that I did make a few friends that are kind of just like enemies now, I'd say at this point. So so fifth grade was a pretty bad year, and like summer rolled around, my mom said that I should stay there because there's a better education. I really want to go back to non-retard school, but she wanted to stay at retard school. I was constantly getting sent to the office and all that. She's like, "Hey, they're gonna take a class and all that. They're going to become better." And like, there's gonna be another teacher. And like, I begged her for me to not go there, and then she ended up promising me that if I want to transfer back, then anytime I could, and I'm transferred right away. I didn't understand like the complications of all that, but she said that. I took her word, and like that's how I was forced to go back there. And like the first, I'd say 3 weeks, month was okay, kind of good, and then things just got bad from there. I was getting into fights. I was in a class with a whole bunch of younger kids. I was really annoyed with everything. I didn't have a good time there. Everyone, I I almost broke out into a fight a couple times there. It wasn't a good thing. Eventually, my one good thing is that my mom did transfer me, and like I wasn't friends with this kid. There's this one kid, I'd call him retard. I'm sure I could say his real name because I he took down his comments out on YouTube of him like talking crap about when like the situation's over. So I'm not gonna say his real name. I'm just gonna call him retard cunt. My mom's probably gonna be pissed off for saying that word, but I'm still gonna call him retard cunt anyways. So fuck you, mom, if you're watching this. Fuck you. And like he was, I I almost broke out into fights with him. His really annoying. I didn't have a good time with him. I didn't have any friends at the school at that point. I was all lonely. I is around the time I stopped doing YouTube. I started up YouTube like 2 weeks before I left again. Just because and then after I did that, I realized how happy I was doing this. I was so pissed with school that I really want to share this story, and I'm so glad that I end up doing it just because it's so good. And then once I finally went back to, and then like I hate it. I was constantly getting sent to the office. Finally, my mom transferred me. By the time winter break started, had a fresh start at non-retard school. I felt a lot nicer there. Felt like extraordinary, like every day there, and even now I'm saying that every day is good, and like every day there feels like that one day when retard kid stuck dice up his butt, and I'm not kidding you. Like it feels like those days, but sometimes better. Like him sticking dice up his butt was really funny. He got sent to the office. I'll tell the story. So like it was so the teacher so this one kid I'm sure is completely cold from me saying his name in case he's watching this. Okay, fine, I'll say his race, his Indian, and the race doesn't matter. I'm going to just call him Donald. That's not his real name. I'm sure he knows why I'm talking about. If that I'm talking about him, if he's watching this video, I'm just gonna call him Donald, and he he end up snitching on him. He's like, I actually will say his name. Lucas stuck dice up his bum crack, and that he said not trying to sound appropriate here, but Lucas stuck dice up his bum crack, and then I'll call her Miss Timothy because I hate her either way. It's not Miss Pussycat or anyone like that, but I hate her, and like this was I'm not gonna say her real name because if she were to find out I'm talking about her, I'm probably gonna get myself into a lot of trouble. So I'm not gonna say her name to be safe, and I'll tell her. So he's like, he said that to her, and then she's like, Lucas, and then he's like, yeah, I'm in retarded kid stuck dice up his bum crack, and then he ended up getting sent to the office. They end up washing up the dice, and like, is really funny. It's really funny, and his constant like sticking his finger up his butthole throughout recess. His like, okay, fine. His like butthole that is like chasing is really fucked up. It was really funny at the same time. I enjoyed it. It is funny, but like, yeah, I'm having such a better time now, and like now that I look back, some of those kids were really weird. One time I'll call her ass because she smelled like ass. She's I believe 7 years old at the time. So there's this one teacher like bending down like this, getting the drinking water from the drinking fountain, and then she's what. This was during something called what retard. I'll just call it Babushka Big Club because I'm not trying to bring down the company here. She's like, and like pretend that this. Okay, fine. Pretend that this tape roll over here is her butt, and pretend I am that one 7-year-old girl. She's like, boo, boo, boo. And then she looked, and then the principal like walked her over the office. Is really fine. As another somewhat good day just from that one thing that happened. But like I didn't have like full on good days there, and like they're trying to like fool kids into thinking that they're very lucky for them to bang at a private school, but really I I recognize that the education stuff like that now that I'm at an actual public school, there compare that, it's not much different. It's not much different at all. In fact, the education's really similar. Everything they learned at retard school, they learned for the first quarter too. I learned about Egypt. They learned about Egypt. There is I preach. The education is really similar, and like I forgot what I was gonna say. And like, all right, now let's And now that I left, now that I'm a lot happier, now let's bring this to now. What happened just today. So I was browsing Roblox. I don't know why, because Roblox is a very childish thing, and Roblox is a very childish thing. But then I saw that the the sons of the principal were playing. One of them was Matmid, one of them was Kothmid, but then I ended up playing joining their server. At first I didn't know I was on until I mentioned their name. I was having a pretty good time, and then like I I I didn't do anything wrong, and they're like, "Hey, let's block them," and then they end up unfriending me, blocking them. I tried FaceTime them. They actually swiped and they were like, "Oh crap," and they said, "Oh crap," and then they just hung up. I don't know if they said, "Oh crap," because they're against cussing, but I'm sure that's what they said. They were like, "Oh crap," and then they just turned it off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I forgot what I was gonna say that one time. I'll think about. Oh yeah, there's this one thing that I would like to say. I didn't get along with everybody. I didn't get along with them at all. This one teacher I fucking hated. Everyone loved this one teacher that I absolutely fucking loved. I they all thought she was strict and they hated her. Another weird time at the school is that they had microwaves. I think I've heard a few rumors that she actually did this on purpose to get her out of that job, but she ended up microwaving my hot dog inside the plastic bag. My mom was pissed at after that. Is inside the plastic bag is really weird. Is I enjoy that. Now I'm in a better environment book. It's a very funny, interesting story to share about. What's the lesson for today? Please do not attend a private school unless you're a like someone who's unless you have if there's any parents watching this that happen to know what I'm talking about. I recommend for certain kids just to consider for them to go to a public school. I wouldn't like they're missing out on a lot. There are a few kids there that I feel like would have a better time like where I'm at than they're at. And like if there's parents watching concerned to get their kids to a private school, please just keep them at the school they're at unless they're really unhappy there and they want to go to and they or if they're absolutely just dumb. Like I'm not trying to take this as a offense. Something kind of like just not complete like someone his like who has autism or something like that. Just take them to private school if you're watching this. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's a scam. It's a waste of your time. Oh yeah, now I remembered what I wanted to say. One time I was driving home with my mom, and then it came up in my mind again. The retard school thing. And then she said that she thought there's something very suspicious with the school. I don't want to mention the name of the school. This is the whole reason why I'm not mentioning the name. So it's a very safe area, and there are cameras spread around the school, 10 every classroom, and like a whole bunch outside with audio. The school's in a really safe area, in a safe area, pretty much, and kind of like a safe neighborhood. And there wasn't any like crimes going on there, and like I asked shit, I thought that the reason why they had those cameras is because in case anything were to happen, then my mom said that she thinks that there's something suspicious. And like the principal, if you happen to be watching this, if you happen to know what I'm talking about, I'm I'm not spreading rumors. I'm not trying to bring anything down. I'm not even mentioning the name of your company because I don't want to bring anything down. I don't want to bring your company down. In fact, I highly doubt this is even true, though it could be just letting you know. So, there are cameras scattered around the school with audio and all that, and my mom ended up saying that she doesn't think they're there for security. She thinks they're there for pretty much the teachers to spy on the kids, and you'd think that they're there, and they never is. Every time I got sent to the office, every time I got in trouble there, they were usually looking at the cameras and stuff like that. I feel like it doesn't make sense. I feel like that's just kind of that they're trying to like get to know the kids really well. I'm surprised there are not cameras in the bathroom. In fact, one a few times I've always been nervous about there being cameras. I always check the vents, and I highly doubt there would be cameras. It obviously would be illegal for there to be cameras in the bathroom. I thought there were, anyways, but like there are cameras everywhere that they're scattered around the school. They're probably spying on kids, stuff like that. And like, please don't. If you're the principal, if you really want to like defend yourself and go into the comments, do it. But if you like say that I'm making rumors and like saying bad things and all that, I'm just gonna ignore your comment. In fact, I'm just gonna say that you're a fucking pussyhead or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to, and like like please don't like go into the comments because you'll just make things even worse. And like I didn't mention anything, you should feel happy that I was smart enough to be like, oh, I probably shouldn't mention shit about like names and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna say. I'm happy where I'm at now, but I'm gonna wrap this off here. Please leave a like and subscribe. Peace out.